Now, before anyone gets upset, and rightfully so, I know that a lot of people are worried that Meghan's attempt to distract us all from the really important things is succeeding. Don't worry, it's not. I'm well aware that this is just intended to distract us, but if we don't laugh at this woman, then really, what are we here for? I mean, every now and then we have to appreciate the fact that she is such brilliant comic relief, or else we're just going to go nuts if we try and follow what she's doing and don't laugh at her when we can. And so what this video is going to be about, it's all the sort of as ever minutia that she's been throwing at us just to make you laugh. That's what the purpose of this video is. And I got a couple good ones for you. In case you spent the day living under a rock and you haven't heard, As Ever has finally put some products on their shop page. And look at that. We have all sorts of beautiful things. You have the crepe mix. You have the shortbread cookie mix. You have the jams, the spreads, the beauty. And let's not forget the best part of all. For an extra $5, when you buy your raspberry spread, you can buy it in keepsake packaging. Can you believe this? I mean, it's just too good to be true, right? I mean, wow. Keepsake packaging of the I gotta be honest. At some point in time, that actually maybe would be worth some money. Because if you do hang on to it and even keep the jam inside, one day someone probably would pay at least 50 cents for that, don't you think? I mean, just for the novelty of having it, if it ever actually exists. So, yeah. But, of course, the key is that she put out all these ridiculously overpriced wares upon her website. You got the flour sprinkles, you got the crepe mix, you got the spreads, the honey. She put all of them out there, and apparently, within less than an hour, they all sold out. Now, somehow I didn't even realize last night that this was going live. I swear, if I had known it was going live, I probably would have set an alarm and made sure that the minute this stuff was on the market, I would at least check to see whether or not any of it could ever actually be sold, because I don't think they made a single item. But the fact that all of this, every single item, was sold out within an hour. Does she think we're going to buy this? Does she think, bad choice of words. Does she think we're going to believe that all, except the one, items were sold out within minutes? Now, the one that is still available, but it's coming soon, it's not actually been produced yet either, is the raspberry spread not in the keepsake packaging. I mean, this woman just really has such an ego that she had to do all of this and make it sold out just for her ego. She knows the whole world is laughing at her. And she is selling this crepe mix, which is really just Bisquick. I mean, read the ingredients. It's flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt. It's everything that is Bisquick, right? 16 ounces for $14. Well, personally, I would go to my local ShopRite and get Bisquick for $6 and get 40 ounces. I mean, the audacity that this woman has to think that anyone is going to pay $14 for her ridiculous crepe mix, it's ludicrous. I mean, maybe if she was doing this for a charity project or, profits going to someone else, who's going to pay $14 for 16 ounces of Bisquick so that the profits go in her pocket? No one. No one is going to pay that. It's ludicrous. I've said for a long time that I feel that X is a cesspool. It's just there's a lot of nastiness over there. But today, I probably had the best time I've had on X in a long time. We were having so much fun with everything to do with this whole ridiculous launch. But the one thing that I happened to catch my eye is Jamie Kearns Lima, who put her order confirmation online on her Instagram account as though to prove unequivocally that she did in fact manage to order one of those quickly being sold out items, because that's reasonable, right? And people were saying, well, she bought it, so maybe it does exist. No. Can someone tell me her best little bud, her bestie here, is buying out the limited inventory? Well, that's just a ridiculously stupid business model. Give your friend a jar, if you have any, and leave the purchases for people who might actually become eventual customers. No, but Megan can't do that because there are no jars to give. It's so ridiculous. I think that this is nothing more than another piece of the PR game that Megan is playing. I think that not a single thing was created. I think that, and this is all my speculation, my opinion, I think that one of the many people that she is trying to distract our attention from, paid her to do this whole bit of nonsense so that we don't pay attention to the criminals that are rampant in our world these days. And to prove how ridiculous this order was, I took 5 minutes and made my own. And a lot of people believed that it was real, that I did this, that I went out. I mean, I even put in the comments something along the lines of, the $300 extra for expedited delivery seemed reasonable. The keepsake packaging and everything. And just because the estimated delivery date was eventually, no reason to believe it's not going to show up on my door. I'm just going to show one, Honey the Witch, and this is no shade to her. Like I said, we were all just having fun with it. This is nothing against her. Go like her, share, subscribe, all that stuff, all that good stuff. But she believed it. She was like, really? You did it? You got one? And I admitted, no, I was just teasing. I was showing how easy it is to fake the order. And she's like, well, it worked. You fooled me. And it fooled a lot of people. But that's the thing. We have to understand that it's so ridiculously easy to fake half of this stuff that we have to be more savvy to what Megan is up to. Because if I could do this in 5 minutes, so could Megan. Oh, well, actually, Megan never would. Megan could pay someone to do it too. It's all very easy, and it's all just smoke and mirrors, and it's all just meant to make us think that this is actually a thing that it isn't. But like I said, this is nothing against Honey the Witch. Like I said, I'm not calling her out or anything or trying to make her look bad. It was just a funny conversation that, it kind of showed everything all together in one little clip. It said something like, yeah, I'm going to use the keepsake jar to make a whole half a glass of sun tea when I'm done. I mean, we were all having fun. And there were a lot of great comments there. So one of the few times I'm going to say go on X, it's a lot of fun today. But I did want to look at some of the other things. And again, this is a perfect example of it. When I say, how easy it is to fake the order confirmation, or how easy it is to make us think things are happening that aren't. When I show these 4 photos, people are like, oh yeah, but the sleeves are very different. Well, the sleeves are a little bit different. They're not very different. They're a little bit different. But if she can Photoshop half of her childhood, do we really think she can't Photoshop a different sleeve on the dress? I mean, that's just the thing that strikes me. And when have we ever seen Megan with layers at the back of her hair? And here we got all these photos with her with layers in the back of her hair. I mean, to me, on the left-hand side, at the very least, if not also on the right-hand side, that looks like Abigail Spencer to me. Do what you want with that information. I don't think that that's Megan. And here's the other thing. How many white frilly dresses do you think these people have? And how many photos do you think Megan's going to sit there and take? Of course not. She's not going to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if she paid Abigail Spencer to do this. She could have paid Abigail to do this whole photo shoot. And then just, photoshopped in the photos to whatever it is that they needed or wanted her to be doing. It's just my general warning to be careful with whatever you see Megan producing. That absolutely includes her videos. Let's take a look at some of them, because she's been posting some real just treasures on her Instagram page. Opinion, hands down, HG Tudor wins the award for the best comment about this ridiculous video that she put out. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, fillet of a fenny snake in the cauldron boil and bake, eye of Newton, toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wing, for a charm of powerful trouble. Hell broth, boil and bubble. And in case you don't know, that is, of course, the opening for the Scottish play. When shall we three meet again, in thunder, lightning, or in rain? Where the place upon the heath, there to meet with Macbeth. Hats off to HG on that one. Brilliantly done. By some chance you didn't get the floral sprinkles, but you wanted the floral sprinkles, please keep in mind, and trust me, I don't really want to be plugging these people either. This is more to mock Megan than anything else. And I think I put even, this is another thing I did on X today. I sent this out to, with all the hashtags that the squad uses, so that if any of them, missed out on Megsy's floral sprinkles, they can always go to the Stitch Down farm and get flower sprinkles. Theirs are 2 ounces. Megan's is, I think, 0.2 ounces. Megan's is 0.18 ounces for $14. Theirs is 0.2 ounces, $30. So these guys it must be much better, right? Because theirs are nutrient dense floral sprinkles. Because when you put floral sprinkles on top of your cupcakes, you want to make sure that you're getting all the protein that you can out of them. I mean, these woke people, they're just ridiculous. But this farm, I did a video about them a while back. This farm, they are right up Megsy's alley, let me tell you. And it wouldn't surprise me if she did all these floral sprinkles so that they, and made sure they were sold out, just to give these people business. I mean, it's crazy stuff. And it wouldn't surprise me. Nothing that she does anymore would surprise me. Have Megsy and her burnt lemons, I mean, it's my understanding that when you use food as decor on any sort of baked good, the idea is to make it look more appetizing. Between the burned edges and the dried out lemons, I'm sorry, this just isn't appealing to me. And I love lemon meringue pie and lemony type desserts. So the fact that I love those things and this is just not appealing in any way, shape, or form, Megsy's, falling a bit short there. I mean, really, you couldn't, you're a queen of photoshopping, and you couldn't Photoshop out the burnt edges around your pie? I mean, come on. Make the lemons look I can't. She's posting all the frickin' time. There's a part of me that really hopes this woman is getting paid to do this, because if she isn't, and she honestly believes that after 7 years of media abuse, she's going to get around that somehow with these ridiculous photos of her doing ridiculous things, I mean, then that's even more frightening to me, because this woman thinks she can get away with everything that she's gotten away with. I hope that someone is paying her just to keep the distraction going, because that's the only reasonable solution, a reasonable explanation I can come up with. I mean, the dead dog's coming back to life. I mean, and I know this is supposed to be Mia, the other rescue dog that somebody ridiculously gave to them. All right, whatever, Megan. Keep throwing that dog in there as though it's going to make us forget the fact that we all believe you abused poor Guy. I mean, It is what it is. But we did get another, this one is good. This is another video that they gave us. We have Megan and Doria cooking in the kitchen.
The passion fruit goes up.
It's good without too.
It's really good without. Because once you get to the bottom, it tastes all the banana. Is that a look of joy? I was like, and
I'm muted.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll tell you when I'm done.
This is, of course, connected to her doing some ridiculous article with New York Times Cooking, and even, you know, let's get the recipe for Chantilly Lily. That's the name of the dessert that they're making. I mean, when I see this little, you know, video of her and Doria cooking in the kitchen together, what I notice is that Megan doesn't let Doria touch anything. And all I can think about, all it makes me think about is this. I mean, the more I see Megan and Doria together, the less I believe they know each other at all. That there's any sort of a bond between them. I mean, the more I see, the less I believe. It's funny because wasn't that Queen Elizabeth's old saying, you know, seeing is believing. You have to see royalty to believe in that they exist or that they, what they are and their role in the UK. And the more I see of Meghan, the less I believe of any of the relationships she has. Any of them. I'm on that subject. I'm going to put out there some pure speculation. Now, I do believe, as the Royal Grift does, that this is all psyops. These people don't know each other. It's clear in the way they speak about each other. The way, and by these people, I mean the Markle clan, Senior, Junior, Samantha, Meghan, even Doria. The way these people talk, I don't believe that they know each other. I really don't. And I had said before that I wanted to understand why the name Thomas E. Stambaugh comes up in the background checks of all the Markles. Who's Thomas E. Stambaugh? And I have been trying to find Thomas E. Stambaugh. And so far, the only thing that I've been able to find is that this is someone who was born in 1944, just like Thomas Markle, Sr., who was born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, just like Thomas Markle, Sr., and he died in September of 2017. And I find it rather interesting that he actually has last words listed. Wow, what a journey. There goes Tom's. No regrets. Case closed. Now, who has that as their last words? I mean, really? I find that odd. I mean, is that a family member saying that that's, you know, his own words? I don't know. I find all of that strangely disturbing. But it is interesting that this Thomas E. Stambaugh died in September of 2017. And the first time we ever see an actual photo of Thomas Markle Sr., Thomas W. Markle Sr., was in April of 2018. So I'm wondering, did one identity die to be replaced by another? Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Thomas E. Stambaugh. If anybody knows anything about this or can, you know, head me down the right path, please do share it. Because, like I said, the more I see of them, the less I believe that they know each other. That's what I have for you today. Like I said, I was having a lot of fun over on X. So if you saw something on X today that you were surprised by from me, it probably was a joke. I was joking most of the day. Although I have been saying some other slightly more serious things on X. Reaction that I didn't really understand. I had said that when Dr. Sophie said that because what she said was that Santa Bali had lost corporate donors, which I understand to have been Audi, families, and individuals as donors. And this was when she was talking about family, and she was saying, and it's not something that they're allowed to speak about with Harry in the room because it's very uncomfortable for him. Now, to me, I thought that was actually a great thing because I thought that told me that the royal family pulled out from supporting Harry. And when I said that, when I made a comment about that on X, I had all these monarchy supporters kind of bashing me, saying, how can you blame them? How are you putting this on the royal family? I thought that was a good thing. Isn't it good if the royal family detached themselves from Harry? I mean, it turns out someone had a great idea because I was looking for Santa Bali's financials and who the donors were, and I wasn't able to find it, but someone went back and looked at the financials of the royal family and the royal trust or whatever it is, and they found that the royal trust was still donating to Santa Bali. But I thought that was a brilliant idea to go look at the source rather than I was trying to look at who received the funds. They went back and found out where the funds were coming from and investigated that. I thought that was a brilliant idea, but I wish I'd thought of it. But I would have thought it would have been a good thing to say that the royal family was no longer supporting Harry, but I guess royal fans want them to still be supporting them? That confused me, but I had a lot of people being really nasty to me about saying, why are you always blaming the royal family? I said, I don't see that I'm accusing why are you always accusing the royal family of things? I was like, where's the accusation? I just said they got out. Isn't that a good thing? But anyway, people have knee-jerk reactions, and I think that people might be better off if they kind of actually read through things before they kind of react. But these are what I have for you today. Like I said, this was a fun video. It was intended to be fun. I'm having fun on X with all of the as ever stuff. Oh, and also, I just got a new boom for my microphone. Someone said something in the comments about, it was too close to the mic. I have a new boom. It's got one of those little fuzzy things on it. I'm learning my way on what a good positioning for it is. I find that I couldn't do the standing microphone because I like to use my hands when I talk, and so I kept hitting the microphone, and so that's why I got the boom. So I'm hoping that eliminates having to do all those redos because I banged the microphone. But if there's a problem with the audio, let me know. Like I said, I'm feeling my way on what the good distance from the microphone is and stuff like that. So any advice is appreciated. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you all have a great day filled with love, laughter, floral sprinkles, and dancing.
Dancing